back to my channel. I'm Liam. Another just average week on my part. Got a few good scores running around. I couldn't match the 2,300s. Scraped the 2,100 round rank in the boring 14,000s, and I moved out just 200-ish spots. I wasn't overly bad. I am one rookie behind, more than most teams, which is probably costing me 50 to 60, plus a few underperforming premiums, not matching the 130s which are being dealt out. I couldn't get a score over 120 this week, but what can you do? Not the best start to the season, and it's just cost me with my ability to bring in decent players at the back end of the season, with the lack of cash generation. Trades this week, downgraded Highmore to Connolly. It was alright. Probably not the best move, trading Highmore out, who had a decent week. Connolly had a solid 41, has defender mid, so hopefully he can hold his spots, and Kilda on a roll. I don't see him changing their team much. And then I had to move on Flynn, named out. And I had a choice between a few rucks. I went Riley O'Brien, and 71. Wasn't overly pleased. But no really rucks scored heavily other than Darcy and Grundy I couldn't get to, which was a bit of a pain. But as I said, with the lack of cash generation I've had, it's hard to bring in those types of players after trading him out to Gorn through his injury. I had an unfortunate also injury with Whitfield. Another one for the season. They just keep on rolling in. 28. Missing a week next week. Dropping 49k. It's just like, what do you do now? I don't really want to play a Bianco or a Connolly, but I don't really want to trade him out because I want to be able to. I want Whitfield at the back end of my season. So what we'll do probably cost me another 50 points next week, having to play a rookie on field. Well, what can you do? Those are positives. Short, Stewart, Ridley, all turning up. Impressive games by them. Nick Haynes, 67. I knew his once Buckley went down, he has to play more of a key defensive role. Just impacts his scoring heavily. But I just can't get rid of him with how much trouble my team's been going around. Also with Harms, with Viney back, not getting as much midfield time. It's just really annoying. Yeah, you wish I had those Mills who's just pump you out 100 just each and every week. And then I'm stuck with Harms and Haynes. So it is a bit of a pain. Costing me a few points every week, but what can you do now? I'm a bit stuck. Alongside my midfield, again, none of them went real, but Crouch had another shocker. Dunstan is affecting him heaps. 76, just not good enough. Other than that week where he picked up in the last minute of the quarter, he's just been an 80s man. Not what I paid for him. Again, as I said, if I had took Miller or a Jack Steele instead, I'd be 200 more points in 3 weeks, and that's what 100k does to you. McRae 99, Taranto 99, solid. They've been pretty decent picks. Merritt 115, solid VC that I took. Another 115 VC. None of them could get more than 120, but you can't doubt 115. I would have gone probably McRae. He got 99, so helped me 16 points. Mitchell, it's been a good pick, 117. Can't complain with him. Laird 116, everyone has him. I can't get him back in my defence. He's just stuck in my midfield. I'm teaching most of my midfielders a lesson. McCluggage 103. Yeah, I just don't see him going back to his numbers that he did in the midway through the season. Again, with Neil coming back. Another lesson learned, if a player's in form but there is a player out that is probably contributing to this form, ideally you don't want them at the end of the season, even though you might in the short term cost you a few points. Long term, it does affect you a lot. Sharp can't play with a 60 as a rookie. Hopefully he can get to 400k and I can offload him soon. Gorn 108, he's been pretty consistent. His ceiling's been halted a bit with Jackson taking a lot of the ruck role. It'll be interesting to see if we pick him up next year, because I feel like would you pay 110 for a guy that's only playing 40-50% ruck? I don't know. Tracy was impressive, 86. Handy little cash generation. Hopefully he can make a little bit more. That was pretty impressive. 112 from Kelly. He's just been a very consistent pick, along with Hall. Great pickups when they were a bit cheaper. And Zeeble is been a very solid pick. Probably paid a little bit overs for him, but he is a top 6 forward. Any forward scoring 100 is a good pick. Langford disappointing with a 70. Playing much less on ball. I don't know what's forced him out. I think Stringer's forced him, with his Stringer's form, has forced him out to the wing a little bit more. Oh well, Stringer's been amazing. You never thought Stringer would be carrying a fantasy side. He's had back-to-back good weeks. Fortunately, I really wanted to get to Goey, and he's gone back-to-back 120s as well, and gone up 120k. I think Degoe is still an option to bring in. It's just annoying that I have to probably pay 630 for him instead of a decent amount. Him and Stringer also have forward mid status, which is handy. It's more handy than them just being forward. And Heaney, after looping with Briggs, scored a 76. It's probably all I can expect from him. It was a terrible pick to bring him in. Could have traded Phillips to anyone. That was just a massive waste of trade. It cost me during the buys as well. So, Roses was a terrible pick. Ronan O'Connor was a terrible pick. I just have to lick my wounds. Hopefully I can hold on to the top 10k. But hopefully tomorrow I can get with my trade talk videos, which you've seemed to like them a lot. Give you some handy tips for the upcoming upcoming round 18 and the 5 rounds that follow. So I'll be back tomorrow. I'll post the trade talk video on Wednesday, as is due to the Monday night fixture. So till then, have a good one.